Hello everyone, Broken Bench here, and today we have a pygmy hippo video. I know it's going to be one of those pets that everybody's going to do a video on. It's really strong, even if it is a tier 3, I think. Its ability is really strong, the way it can disrupt enemy teams. You're definitely going to see it a lot. Some of the better teams for it are the summon teams, and there are a few in this pack, but the way I went with it was just high health scaling. I know that's going to be a norm for most of the teams, is just stats, and then you get your ability pets. You see right here the Sayola, one of my favorite pets. I will be using it a lot. And here we take the proboscis monkey, which will transform the volcano snail into another tier 1. I was hoping for it to be a Malay tapir because I was going for the achievement, but I do have a video coming out where I get the Malay tapir, and you'll see in the second run where I use its ability with the jump pets, and we go further with that in our next video. But yeah, we do get the Malay tapir from the transformation, but we end up selling it for another Sayola. We are just going like heavy health scaling at the moment. I didn't really know where this run, excuse me, I had to burp. I didn't really know where this run was going when I was playing it. But we do hit a very good high roll where we find the 3 pygmy hippos. But right now, we just take the rollaway monkey, and it transforms the 2 pets ahead into tier 3 hurt pets. And so with how much health we have at the moment, we're going to, benefit from whatever comes out, but we don't really, and so we lose. We got a guinea fowl and a lizard, and the lizard was in first position, so didn't really benefit from it. And so we were going to take the angel shark, but we don't, and we just go ahead and throw a gingerbread onto the rollaway monkey so that it can be level 2 in battle. But we face full jump team. We get porcupine and peacock, and our peacock's able to get enough attack for us to actually take a win there. And so we're sitting 3 hearts, 2 wins. Not really the best position, but we go ahead and take the painted terrapin. You can see the pygmy hippo right there, but we don't take it yet. We find the painted terrapin though, and then we go ahead and sell the proboscis monkey. We do get a camel, and so our guinea fowl is able to get a little bit more stats, and so we get a bit more trumpets, but we don't win. We take a loss there, but we transform the otter into the Kokopo, I think that's what it's called. But here we find our 3 pygmy hippos, and then we throw a vanilla bean on it so that the hippos get really good stats before we bring them in. Our Sayola's still hitting the backmost units, and so they're just high health but no attack. And luckily, we're able to win. I lost my train of thought there, sorry. Here we just sell our 2 back units and pick up the pygmy hippo. And I really wanted to find jump pets for this build because, I pick up the Philippine eagle. But because the terrapin gives the white ochre, it gives our team more attacks. And so I expect it to be really, really strong in customs. And you see, we just combine the best scalers in the pack. One lowers attack, one will buff the attack, and then one just makes sure that health is the highest stat in the team. And so we take a win. We pick up the helmeted hornbill, one of my favorite tier 6s at the moment. I haven't really played it with any of the other ones. We're just scaling at the moment. Sorry, I'm losing everything. A transformation team, but they transform their albatross so they don't get any scaling. And then we get enough attacks to snipe their backmost units. And so we take the almost level... Oh no, we throw the chocolate onto the terrapin. I guess we want more ochres for more attacks. Yeah. Another pygmy hippo team. Like I said, it's going to be one of those units that everybody's going to use. Luckily, our team is stronger, so we're able to win. 7 trophies now, and so we pick up the Sayola and the Judean date, I think that's what it's called, for a stake on the terrapin, and then we're going to throw a melon on one of our other units, possibly the pygmy hippo, since it's not getting the white ochre. And because of our stake, we were able to break through their melon. Huge summon team, but it benefits us more because of our pygmy hippo sitting in the back. And so, yeah, we go ahead and throw the melon on the pygmy hippo, and then we get the level up on the painted terrapin for more ochres, for more attacks on our team. Just looks like scaling, kind of going the same route that we are. Luckily, our hornbill had the white ochre, so we were able to take theirs out and win the game. And so we find a chocolate for the Sayola. I believe I already had the achievement before this. But yeah, level 3 Sayola. And so it's hitting 3 of our units. And so we're giving broader scaling. Huge transformation team, so we're not beating that. But luckily we had, a heart to lose. And so at this point, we're just rolling for the pygmy hippos, because I really wanted to get that achievement, but we find it after we roll all our gold away. And so you'd think that this would be this wouldn't be the last turn, but it is. And so because of our stake, we're able to take out the tortoise, and then our hornbill takes out their geometric turtle. And so now we have the second run, and this one we get the achievement for the pygmy hippo. Alright, on to our second run. This one, we do go for another Malay tapir line, where we're trying to go for the achievement, but we do use like a build kind of built for it, where we use jump pets behind the melee tapir so that the melee tapir will gain its stats from its ability off the jump attack. And so we just pick up the Barbaroussa and then we throw the water on it. One of my favorite things to do, because it has such a huge starting stat line, that it works with the friendly attack pets. But it does give the enemy stats when it faints, so it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Here we find the Sayola. Again, this is one of my favorite scalers in this pack, so it's going to be used so often. We do find the Taki, which summons an African wild dog on faint, and so we'll get the trigger from that onto the melee tapir. And so we get it from that wild dog, we get it from the summoned wild dog. They do have a pygmy hippo of their own. Well, they have a pygmy hippo, and so they were able to damage us pretty well. But we do find our own pygmy hippo, and so we throw the... I didn't see what food that was, but we throw it onto the melee tapir because it gives us permanent health scaling when it gets hurt, and because we're going to be gaining a lot of health, it works for us. The Barbaroussa working against us, giving that muscle some stats, but our pygmy hippo was able to take it out. And so we pick up the Sandpiper, and I believe I was also trying to go for the Barbaroussa, like just going for the tier 1 achievements early while there's still a chance, before everybody knows the strongest teams and they're throwing all that into the pool. And so because of all their jump attacks, our pygmy hippo was able to trigger, and then it triggers once more at the end of the battle, so we're able to win. And we're going for the level 2 on the Sandpiper, and then target the scaling from the Sayola onto the tapir, because, you know, we want the big tapir since we're going for the achievement. Transformation build, but because of the food on the tapir, we're able to get the victory. And so the spoonbill is just scaling us right now, and we find the Tasmanian devil and the angel shark, and so we throw the vanilla bean, and then we go ahead and pick up the Tasmanian devil with the angel shark. And so I'm going to position this better so the Tasmanian devil jumps and gives the melee tapir its stats, but we are scaling the pygmy hippo with the spoonbill Sandpiper. So we could have put the angel shark up front for more triggers onto the melee tapir, and I believe we may fix our positioning on that. I'm not sure, but we do have these carrots frozen for just like major attack buffs onto our pets, and so we hit it onto the Tasmanian devil, but then we just pick up the P for to make sure the angel shark buffs the health on our pets. We want to make sure that these pets survive so that our hippo can go off. Unfortunately, it gets targeted, and so we lose. They just had our team but better, basically. And so we just let the sandpiper do its scaling, and then we move the angel shark in front of the pygmy hippo for the attack, but we really should be putting it in front of the Malay tapir. And here we find the hornbill, which I believe will sell out of the sandpiper for it. And then I end up getting magic beans out of the krill, and so we just put that onto the Tasmanian devil for the egg trigger before it jumps. It's kind of like these before attack perks have like cool interactions with these the jump pets, because like they're attacking, but they have a perk that hits something, and so you'll see the egg goes off and then it does its jump. Normally it doesn't work on the start of battle. Here they have a Malay tapir. They're also going for a Malay tapir team. They use the Takuchi to sushi, something like that. It's the dolphin thing that pushes the backmost pet to the front and that gives it stats. It's another use for the Malay tapir. And I haven't really fixed my positioning for the Malay tapir to gain a lot of health, but I mean, we're still sitting fine. We pick up our half levels on our 2 scalers. Oh no, we pick up the level up on the angel shark, and then we have the hornbill in shop for the pickup next turn, I believe. Huge transformation team with the giant Pangasius, and they have the albatross, so they're getting a lot of stats, and they have all those snipes. It was actually Matchman that we had faced. And so we're rolling for levels on the pets that we have. We do kind of get rid of the hornbill because we want pygmy hippo, Malay tapir, and the Taz achievements, since I already got the hornbill achievement. Pretty cool jump team. You know, they're using the Malay tapir and the hog-nosed bat. I think that's what it's called. Monkey-faced bat? I don't know. Something like that. With using the jump pets and the Malay tapir for, you know, like a cool synergy for like lower tier pets. But we do find chocolate for a pygmy hippo, so we're able to get it level 3 in battle. They do have a werewolf, but because it's not in front of the pygmy hippo, we're able to win. Hope y'all enjoyed this one. We'll see you next time. Peace.